Welcome back. When Greg Sheeler was hired as head football coach at Shaker in 2010, the program had never won a Super Bowl title. 2 years later, they were champions. The 2012 team went 10-1 and reached the state semifinals. And now this year's team is looking to go at least that far. The Blue Bison off to a 4-0 start with tonight's win over Columbia. The Bison are ranked 9th in the state and could be moving up. And to break down the season at the midway point, we are joined by Shaker head coach Greg Sheeler. Thanks for being here.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. First of all, let's talk about tonight's game against Columbia. Was it more or less what you were looking for? Followed the game plan?
Columbia played us very tough tonight. They gave us some new formations on offense, and we had to make a lot of adjustments on defense, which we were excited to see our guys be able to do on the fly. And when it came time to make plays, we did and executed, and we were happy with the outcome.
Hard to believe it's midway through the regular season already.
Yep.
It goes so quick. Now, in tonight's game, and we're going to take a look at some of the highlights so you can walk us through it, but expectations coming into this season must have been high, knowing you had a lot of guys back and 3 guys that are going to play the highest level of football next year.
Sure. I think the key to success at the high school level is senior leadership. And we had a lot of guys as juniors play a lot of good football for us last year, and they've really been able to carry the torch for us so far in this season.
Tell us what we're looking at right here.
Kwasi Doe with a nice belly play there to the weak side. Offensive line did a great job opening up the holes. And then, again, Andrew Bolton with another play to the weak side, which we were able to execute well.
How do you think Shaker football has developed or matured in the now half a dozen years that you've been there?
I think it's been a lot of hard work in the offseason and teaching these boys about accountability on and off the field. We're not only proud of our success on the field, but also we have a lot of good students in our team as well. And academic success is just as important for us.
Tasting that success like you did in 2012, what did that do for the community, for people playing in the junior ranks in the community?
We're very excited about where we are with our North Colony Pop Warner program and the lower levels at our school. Our numbers have never been better. In high school football right now, a lot of people are struggling with numbers, and we've got a lot of numbers in our program. We're very excited about that.
How involved are you in kind of getting out there and getting those numbers up, you know, when we're talking about the little guys? We
do a lot of things in the off season, and we try to help out as much as we can and offer coaching clinics and clinics for the kids of the program. And we want to do as much as we can with those guys.
How much are you on a Friday night? You're sitting in here in studios. We're going through all the highlights. When you're not here, how much are you flipping around and watching highlights from other games?
It's fun. I'm a football fan first. So to see scores from the other games and guys that we coach against every week and have developed good relationships with, we like to follow them and see them be successful too.
We got some August video here right now. You know, we see you 7 weeks during the regular season and hopefully, you know, deep into the postseason, but how much is football year-round? How much of it does it start here?
Yeah, I mean, August is where you develop your roots for the season and develops the characters in the summer heat. And, you know, that's where we really develop our identity as a team. And you know, it's showing right now that our guys have worked very hard and we're reaping the benefits right now.
You got some big guys, you got some strong guys, which means they're very well fed over there at Shaker. And so Brittany DeVane actually went out today before the game to talk to some of the moms and dads that are preparing the meals to see what the Blue Bison like to eat before a game.
Well, they do the pregame meal, so we don't have control over that. That's a lot of pasta, but during the week, probably anything that has to do with a steak, cooked like medium rare. Nice big potato and maybe some veggies. There's not too much he won't eat, so he's a big guy.
Chicken cutlet and homemade mac and cheese. That's his favorite. He's been eating that since he was a baby. That's pretty much a staple in our house.
The night before every game, we have to get burritos from Chipotle. He won't do anything else for dinner the night before a game.
Let me see. Chicken. He loves chicken.
Nobody makes chicken like Grandma makes chicken, right?
And biscuits.
Pasta, meatballs, pasta, chicken cutlet parmesan, kisses, lots of kisses, hugs. God bless you, my son. Be safe out there.
And now I'm reminded of the fact that I haven't had dinner yet.
Yes.
Italian food, that sounds like a big one.
Yeah. If you gave them our pregame meals at 3 o'clock, our parents do a fantastic job every week, and we go through pounds and pounds of pasta.
What was your always your favorite meal pregame?
I was a pasta man myself. A lot of meatballs and you know, some sausage here and there, but definitely the pasta.
How much of a family atmosphere is it pregame? I mean, every team preaches family, but it seems like there are some more united in that way than others.
Friday nights are special, and we try to support that all the way through. We do a pregame meal, then we have a movie, and really try to make it a unique experience at Shaker. And our parents do a phenomenal job with it, and our boys really enjoy it.
Well, what are some of the favorite movies? What did you have today, this week?
Rocky II.
Rocky
Can't
too.
go wrong
So it
with
isn't
Rocky
always a
too.
football movie.
No, not necessarily. Our coach,
Okay.
Coach McKellar, does a nice job picking out movies, and today was Rocky 2, which is a classic.
Absolutely it is. Did you watch the first one last week, or did you jump right
No,
into...
we jump around. We went right to Rocky 2.
What, is it usually like an inspirational type of movie?
Sometimes when he wants the boys to take a nap, he picks a really boring movie and they doze right off. So he varies.
Gotcha. You were a quarterback in your playing days.
Yes, sir.
Gloversville and then Ithaca. First, talk about playing in high school in Section 2 and how maybe it's different now than it was in your playing days, if it is different.
It's always great football here in Section 2, and I was fortunate to play in a great program under Bob Gould at Gloversville High School, and certainly he's a big part of what I do now for a living. He was a great mentor to me, and I've learned a lot from him, and being able to be back in Section 2 is special for me, and I always check out those Gloversville scores. Unfortunately, we didn't get a win tonight,
Right.
But I do enjoy keeping up with those guys.
And then you went to Ithaca.
Yep.
And how much did you play?
I didn't play much. And I talk to my boys about that all the time. I was behind a very good quarterback, Brian Young, and really didn't get my first opportunity till the first round of the playoffs in my senior year.
So you're sitting on the bench more or less for 3.5 seasons.
Correct.
Then this happened.
Yep.
Let's talk about this game. This is Ithaca at RPI. Now, RPI was undefeated at this point.
Yep.
And what happened to the starting quarterback for Ithaca?
In the previous game, he had a concussion, was knocked out, and I played the whole second half and then started the next game.
So then
RPI.
here you come into this environment to take on RPI, and we're going to see you drop back to pass. I think it's the next play. We dug deep into archives to find this one. Here you are. Look at this catch.
Good play. Connor Mulkeen, our tight end, he was an All-American and made me look good on that play for sure.
You threw for, because I looked it up earlier, almost 300 yards in that game. Do you remember
we
the
had-
number?
Well, I'm not quite sure the number, but I believe it was about 268.
Okay. And I think it was also an Ithaca record in the postseason. Is that right?
At that time, I think it's been broken since, but certainly a lot of good memories for Ithaca College and playing under Coach Welch.
How much your players now, you said you talked about having to, you weren't a starter and sat on the bench quite a bit, so you got your moment, but how much do they know about your time as a player?
I don't talk about it much, but I talk about the team atmosphere. And for me, I love football and I love being a part of the team. And I knew if I worked hard, I'd have a time. And when you get your time and your moment, you got to make the most of it. And fortunately, I was able to do that.
And that's what your team's trying to do right now,
Absolutely.
off to a 4-0 start and ranked 9th in the state. Coach Sheeler, thanks so much and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Well, what's the